Well, hey there everybody, welcome back to another video on OmniGuard Stash. My name is Tyler, and what I'm going to be doing is going to Goodwill's and looking for stuff to flip on eBay. And first thing I'm going to do is I got a package that's got to be dropped off at the post office, which is right here, and then right across the street's the Goodwill. It's like boom and boom. And by the way, this is one of those things I just picked up in the last video, that pair of Birkenstocks. Actually sold for full price really quickly after I listed it. So, I mean, that was awesome. I turned 20 bucks into roughly 60 something. All right guys, I've been in here for a little bit now and I haven't really found much except for this. I found a JVC VCR. It's in pretty good shape and it has the remote with it. And it's only $6.99, and I looked up the remote, and the remote should, if the remote works, should cover it even if the VCR doesn't work. So I think I'm gonna pick this up, and hopefully it works, because there's only one listed, none sold. One listed for like $69. So I'm gonna pick it up and risk it, because it has the remote, and the one that's for sale for $69 doesn't have the remote. Fast forward a couple days, it's Sunday, gonna go into a Goodwill, maybe one or two. We're gonna try to find some stuff. All right, so the first thing I found, I'm probably gonna pick these up. They're $6.99. Is these Echo ECCOs shoes. They're kind of hard to look up, but there is one sold comp of these for like 40 bucks. So I'm gonna pick them up for $6.99. They look like they're in really good condition overall. So I'm gonna snag these and try to make some money on them. I don't think I'm gonna have to clean these at all. These are pretty nice. So maybe $6.99, maybe into like 40. 45. I found this hat, which I never really noticed this logo, but the quality seems pretty good. It's a MELIN hat, and it looks in pretty good shape. And it's only $2.99, so I'm gonna pick it up. Comps are kind of crazy on this hat, like 30 bucks or more. So I'm gonna definitely grab this thing. We're actually finding some pretty good stuff. And today is Sunday. It is normally super busy in here, but there might be like 7 or 8 people in here total, so it's kind of nice. And then maybe they're pumping out more stuff while there's nobody here. So I mean, but we found these Brooks, and these are right here. I think I found a pair similar to these I haven't listed yet, but these sell pretty good, and they're $6.99 like they normally are here. And well, these should go for about 40 to 50, maybe 35, something like that. So not bad. Another pair of shoes. I actually don't normally pick these up unless they're in really good condition, but these are some SAS timeouts, and they are in pretty good shape. They're also $6.99. Comps are pretty good. It's these should maybe bring 35 to 40, something like that. So I think it'll be worth it to pick these up. I mean, they're in good shape. There's not hardly any wear on them. So we're gonna pick them up. I mean, I'm gonna risk it. I haven't picked a pair of SASs up in a while. So I think these are gonna be worth it. So I found another piece of clothing that might be pretty decent. And it's these Carhartt FRs. I'm gonna look them up to see if they're good. The model and everything, they're Carhartt flame resistant. So it doesn't look like the sold comps are there. It doesn't look like it's gonna sell for enough to get these pants. So I'm gonna just pass on these. And we're gonna pick up one more thing. And this is something I've never heard of before. We're gonna take a gamble on this. It's a Zara, Z-A-R-A. It's made in Turkey. I can't describe the material, and I can't find it on there on the tag, but it feels pretty good. And it's a blue tag, so that means it's half off. So that means it's about $1.99, basically $2, a little less than $2. So we're gonna risk it for this. I mean, it's very simple, all black, but I feel like we could sell it for maybe 20 bucks plus shipping, hopefully. All right, well, we have arrived at our probably our last Goodwill here, and we haven't been to this one in a while, but last time I was here we found some pretty good stuff. So it's a little bit further from the house than most of the other ones, but I mean, there's only, look at these, there's only like 4 cars in the parking lot here, so we're pretty much gonna have the whole place to ourselves, which is nice. All right, so right off the rip, I pretty much seen 2 pairs of shoes that I'm at least gonna look up, and these pair of Sauconys that look like they're brand new. They don't even look like they've really been worn. So I'm gonna look into those and see if they're worth picking up. And then I got these pair of New Balances here, which these are in really good shape. And I'm gonna look them up too. They don't have any insoles, but that's not a huge problem, especially if they're a valuable one. But I mean, pretty good little pickup so far. And there's some, well, I'm not sure what these are. LeBrons, I looked these up, but they're not really worth it. Plus they're really beat up. All right, so it looks like I'm gonna pick up both these pairs. These actually, these are in such a good shape and a little bit of a dirt spot, but not too bad. I mean, they look super clean other than that. And I mean, there's one sold for like 40. These New Balances right here, I'm gonna keep looking at them to make sure, but they are $6.99 just like the other pair, but they are 4E, so they're super wide shoes, which is normally good. Something to look out for if you're looking at shoes is the wide New Balances. Typically when they're 4E or wider, 2E, they're usually worth more because for whatever reason, wide shoes are just worth more money. So we got this Levi Strauss, I think is how you say it. It's a size small women's denim jacket. This thing's in pretty good shape. All the buttons and things are there. No stains of any kind that I can really see. So I do believe we're gonna pick this up. So $6.99. Looks like sold comps are about 30, so it should be worth it. All right, so I was looking through the cookware and I happened to find this. It's called the Back to Basics Stovetop Popper. I didn't think it was really worth anything, but I looked it up and it actually is worth, I think some of them sell for like 40 bucks. So maybe 30, 40. It's only $4.99. Oh no, it's $2.99. So that's a good deal. So we're definitely gonna pick this up. It looks like it's missing one of the little metal tabs on this side, but I don't think that'll be a big deal with this one. So, all right, so we're moving through the toys and we're finding some pretty cool stuff. We're finding these things, which I had no idea until I looked at, these things are called, I guess, ugly dolls, and I guess they're worth some money. I didn't know, but some of these are worth a little bit of money. You got the one here, there's one here, and I found it's Talking Pikachu, a Boo, and a pink mushroom person. So I'm gonna kind of filter through these to see which ones are worth picking up. They're all $2.99 each. So I'm probably gonna pick the Pikachu up. I already looked it up and I think it's worth it. But I don't know about the other ones. So I may pick them up. I don't know. We'll see. I'll tell you which ones I get. Finding things. I just found some of these. I think they're Wii U, those like, I think they're like Hero Clicks or something like that. Those little figurines that you play the game with. I looked up a couple of them and there's like maybe 5 or 6 in this bag for $4 or $5, and 2 of them were worth over $5 each. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up and I'll figure out whichever ones are worth something. If they're worth more, there'll be a surprise for later. I don't know. And also, this thing right here, if we pick this up after, I don't know, this is like some kind of weird rendition of a Hello Kitty version, but I think we're still gonna pick this one up at $2.99 because the value of these things is like weird. I don't quite understand it, but for $2.99 I'm gonna pick it up, do some more research, see if it's worth maybe like 25, 30. That'd be cool. Got out of that Goodwill and it was pretty good. I'm glad we came to this one because we found more stuff here than I think we have in other ones that quite a few times we've been. So pretty happy with it. We'll have to show you everything we got to make sure and go over it. All right guys, well, I'm in the garage and I just want to take a minute and go ahead and show you that I am testing this VCR in the very first thrift store I went to, and it does seem to be working. This Ultra Spec Drive JVC does seem like it's working, and I do have the remote, which is nice. It will definitely help it sell. So, but as you can see, it's working. I mean, it looks all crazy on the camera because of the frame rates, but fast forward, stop, rewind. Normally I'll include some cables with it, some AV cables, and maybe a couple, maybe a movie or two. So let's go ahead and get to going on these other items that I picked up. And here's everything all in one frame. First off, with these little Wii U figures, what exactly are they? These Disney Infinity figurines, I guess they go with the game. It looks like this one, this Rapunzel one, and possibly this little Star Wars guy right here, they're worth like 5 to 10 each, and then the other 3 really aren't that valuable. But there's blue tag, so I paid half price, so I only paid basically $2 for this. So I mean, that's not too bad. They'll be easy to ship, and I'm sure they'll move quickly. But moving on to the shoes, we got quite a bit of shoes, and luckily, just like the last time, not many of these need any cleaning or really touching up, which is nice when it comes to shoes. So here's all the shoes. Got these New Balances right here. These are wide shoes, like some hiking ones without the inserts, $6.99. Pretty good on those. Sauconys, I did pick these up, $6.99. Very clean. I don't normally pick up Sauconys, but I mean, these things were so clean looking, I figured why not, right? The Sasses, these are like, I guess, I don't know, a soft shoe kind of thing for somebody, you know, an older person, I guess. But they can sell pretty good. They seem like they don't sell very often, but these are pretty clean, so I feel like they might go. And these are the Echoes. Comps are kind of weird on these, but they were definitely worth picking up. They're in good shape. $6.99 on those. And the Brooks, these white Brooks, these are some like other version of Brooks walking shoes. They're worth it too. I looked those up. $6.99 on most of these shoes, so not bad. They're all pretty much ready to list as is. Maybe a little bit of touching up on these New Balances somehow, but other than that, all of them look pretty good. And this hat right here, I'm not sure if I've never really heard of the brand Melon, something like that. And but this is a pretty valuable hat actually, and this thing's not very old. It looks like it hasn't been worn but maybe a few times. Paid $2.99 for it, but I mean it's definitely a pretty profitable flip here. Potentially like 30 bucks for a hat. It's pretty good. So I guess whatever logo that is, or Meline, I don't know if it's the logo or the brand or what that makes it valuable, but if you know anything about it, put it in the comments. I just know I looked it up and that exact hat looks like it's going well. Moving on to this little popcorn thing. This popcorn thing does have a little latch missing on this one side, which I don't think it will be a big deal, but it does work. It spins like it's supposed to. So these things are going for like 40 bucks. Now I think I only paid $2.99 for that, so that's not bad at all. Should be interesting to ship, but all right, now moving on to the last items here, which is going to be the plush. So these right here, this one right here, I'm pretty sure there's not a whole lot of value, but I just thought he was really cool, so I picked him up. He was 3 bucks. I mean, you don't see that every day, so I figured I'd grab him. This one right here is weird. Comps are kind of funny. Some of them are really high, some of them are kind of mediocre. I'm not sure if it matters, the tags or what on these, but I mean, it's we'll probably list it for around 20 and see if we can't get 20 plus shipping on that one. This one over here, also comps are weird. Can't really find the exact same thing. It's like a little keychain holder thing. You can see it up there, but it's just like this Hello Kitty. It's a Hello Kitty version of some, I don't know Hello Kitty stuff very well, so, but it's something to do with Hello Kitty, and it looks like it has some value, so I picked it up. Also paid $2.99 for that, so maybe we can get 20 plus shipping. That would be awesome on that as well. And then we got the Pikachu, which I was really surprised to see. I didn't think I'd ever really find a decent looking Pikachu. This one actually talks. I put new batteries in it. He lights up too. He lights up on the side, so it's nice. Yeah, I think comps on that one are like around 40, 30 something, 30s, in the 30s, maybe 40s. He's a little bit dirty. He's not super bad, but he's all right. $2.99 on him as well, which I was surprised. I figured they would have definitely upped the price on the Pikachu, but they didn't, and he works fine, and he's not in too bad a shape. So overall, pretty good. Not much cleaning. Pretty simple, straightforward listing. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. This stuff, I normally like yard sales this time of year, but this weekend's been rainy, and my kids had soccer games early in the morning on Saturday. So maybe next weekend will be some yard sales. We'll see you guys on the next one.